Okay,
Hi, we are LA and Dean.
exploring grandparents. And we want to share a video with you. We were in Mumbai, India. And we think we might have lost a lot of our pictures. It was, yeah, very frustrating, but you know what? We want to tell you about it. We have some other pictures to share with you. So, our day started out.
Yeah, I mean, it started out with organizing transportation, and we thought we might just take the train in Mumbai. But the hotel concierge pointed out that it was a pretty busy day on a Saturday, and never having taken the train before, we might find it a little uncomfortable. So he offered us a car for a day for a price that was like half of what we'd thought about yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
And you know what? It was sounded pretty reasonable, and it was actually really nice. And for 4,000 rupees for 8 hours with car and driver, that seemed like a hard deal to pass up.
Exactly. So, oh my gosh, that was lovely. So we started out and we went to the biggest laundry in Mumbai, and
Dhobi Ghat.
thank you. I still haven't got the name. So we went there not knowing, not having a guide. We had a little idea of how we could get a guide. We went onto the viewing platform. People were up there. You could look down on it. And then Dean said, let's go down. And he found the entrance.
Yeah, it was serendipity. I was just walking down the stairs to walk around the outside, and we walked around, and there was the entrance. So we made it to the entrance.
And I mean, there was people all over, and these two men came up to us and said, are you looking for a guide? And so Dean negotiated a price for us.
Yeah, and really, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and we thought we might just get lucky, but managed to get a guide for what I thought to be a reasonable price.
Yeah, 2,000.
Rupees, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And so they said for a half an hour, and they took us into that laundry. They took us to every place.
Yeah, I mean, we began by just sort of walking through the very, very narrow concrete pathways and we'll show some video, but where they wash the clothes, and in these little concrete cubicles, right, where they would just each person would be washing their clothes, and then from there, across the pathway was the spinners.
Yeah, and this is where there was a couple spinners, and they were very, very fast. This is where they spin the water out of the clothes.
Yeah.
You know what? And also, as we were walking, there was a station where they were labeling, checking to make sure the labels, because there is a massive amount of clothes and linens here, and they get it back to the right company, to the hospital, to the people. So this station had one man checking each piece of clothing to make sure it had the right label on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and from there, right, once the clothes had been spun, they were then hung, and they were hung in such a unique way.
Yes, there was not a clip in sight. Where rope is made and it's twined, they stick the clothes in between the twine. And all the clothes are held that way. All the linens are held that way.
Yeah, yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah. And from there he took us to where they received all the hospital laundry.
Yeah, and that was the sterilizing place, and it was a separate place than the other ones because it was
Yeah.
from the hospital.
Yeah, and and I think from there we walked up really quite high, and he took a picture of us from up top looking
That's
down.
right. Yeah.
Very narrow ladder, kind of metal ladder.
Yeah.
And then we walked over to where we saw lots of people living.
Yeah. We saw the people living, and we had our video, which we have to repair, but we did not take pictures of in their homes, which was they asked us not to. But the other thing, we came along, and they were cooking. And in the cooking, there was also a person with his music on, and he was ironing to the music. And he was just a young guy, and he was ironing beautiful shirts. Like they were so
Yeah.
pressed so beautifully, and he was being so careful.
Yeah. Yeah, and so it's a whole ecosystem. It's families, it's workers, all working together in this incredibly small area, and very intensely. And I think they said that it was 14 hours a day for the workers.
Yeah,
Remember?
but they said the system ran 24/7, 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and the person that was giving us a tour, he worked there and lived there at the back. He's been there for 25 years.
yeah, yeah. Hard,
Yeah.
hard to kind of wrap your head around.
Yeah.
So,
So it was a profound, amazing place to actually see they were so careful with it. They were so dedicated with it.
yeah,
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
open air, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like they were smelling the fumes. So it was safe. Appeared safe for them.
yeah.
Yeah. So the next place we went to was
Gandhi's house, where he
Yeah.
lived for many years
yeah.
in Mumbai, and it was it was a house along a street and had a little balcony on it, and you wouldn't think it wasn't a great big house,
Flashy.
it's flashy house, but it was very nice, and we got there just as they were opening. As a matter of fact, we were the first people to get in.
Yes, and there was a man outside, and he was cleaning the plaque, and he was very friendly to us, and we thought he worked there. So he showed us how to get in, and we paid, and then he came with us, and he wanted to take our picture, but he wanted Dean to take a picture of me and this young man. And as he took a picture, he was touching my body, getting a little close, and it was a little uncomfortable. So
Yeah.
after that, and another time he was trying to put something back in my bag and trying to touch my stomach. So after that, anytime he kept saying, I want to take a picture, you take, Dean stepped in there right away to make sure
Yeah.
that he didn't get near me. Then he said he wanted to come to our hotel, and we said no, and he wanted money. And so Dean went to pay him.
Yeah, I gave him a little bit of money, and he left.
He left.
Really,
He wasn't aggressive, but it was very uncomfortable. But you know what? It didn't ruin our experience at all. So the next thing we did,
Yeah, from Gandhi's house, where we learned that he really started much of his youth in South Africa, which I didn't know, and then came back to Mumbai, and really started the movement, I think, from
Yeah.
Mumbai. From there, we went to the Leopold Cafe, where the Mumbai shooting started.
yeah, and we were sitting at a table, and got a beautiful lunch. And when we went into it, actually, when we went into the restaurant, there was security, but we were sitting there, and then I noticed a hole. And the lady said, that's a bullet hole. And where we were sitting, there was a bullet hole right there. And you notice there was bullet holes in the ceiling as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they're
quite
pretty scary, yeah.
yeah.
And there's a really good movie with the actor, what's his last, Patel.
Yes,
Right?
he's from India. Yeah.
Actually, I think he's English.
Yeah, okay. So anyways, then we had, after Gandhi's home and that, we actually went into the Taj. And we had to talk our way in because, of course, there's security.
We didn't have a reservation.
Yeah, and so we actually got to walk in and just see it briefly. So that was,
And we got a picture of ourselves on the steps going, up the Taj. And if you've ever seen the movie, you'll recognize the steps. It was a really cool experience. Nice being able to go in and have a look.
yes. And that was, you know what? That was so lovely. And
Yeah.
then we came home.
Oh, by the way, one
Oh.
more thing. The gate of Mumbai
Yes,
on the coast was absolutely spectacular.
right by the Taj.
Yeah, right by the Taj.
Yeah,
It was absolutely spectacular.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it was a big day, so we went home. I went for a lovely jog. And our hotel had a beautiful gym. And then we went and got food.
Yeah.
And we were having food, and I was carrying a plate outside the bathroom, and I had a huge fall.
Yeah.
I thought I broke my arm. Dean was lovely. The whole staff at the hotel, we asked for a doctor. They got us a doctor. It was only 50 Canadian dollars. He prescribed medicine for me. The hotel found it, and then they brought it up to us.
Yeah.
You know what? It's been a very good experience.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, and even going to the airport, Mumbai airport, women always have to go into a little tent to get done, and I was wearing a sling, and she was so gentle with me, very caring. Everything worked out really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we just wanted to share this, and hopefully we'll find our actual videos
Yeah. On the video on the card.
on the card
Hopefully
and
we can recover.
our GoPro. Yes. Anyway, so you know, that's LA and Dean.
Exploring grandparents.
And we are in Udaipur now, and we will bring you along. Thank you so much for watching.